blister rust is a branch and stem canker disease of five-needle pines caused by the rust fungus Crinotium rubicola. Stem-infected trees eventually die from the disease. We had a chance to meet with Dr. David Noshad of Natural Resources Canada to discuss this disease and some of the research being done to combat this problem.
This is one of our western white pine sites. You can see here one of our young western white pine trees. It's cankered by white pine blister rust. We can see the canker here on this branch. We believe this disease is the origin of this disease is from Asia, and 100 years ago it transferred from Europe to Vancouver and then to the Vancouver Islands. And basically that's the major disease of five-needle pines, like western white pine, white bark pine, limber pine, and eastern white pine. This picture is one of the last pictures of a pure continuous white pine forest, western white pine forest. And I want to show this picture to show you the depth of tragedy that we are dealing here with. And what white pine blister rust could do to our forest. White pine blister rust is one of the most important diseases of forest pathology in North America. It can kill the plant after a few years, and it has an alternative host, ribis plants. They need the ribis plants to complete their life cycle. White pine trees are resistant to other kind of disease like root rots in BC. But white pine blister rust is the major problem in the plantation of this western white pine.
Death may occur to the tree portion beyond the canker or to the whole branch, or in the case of basal stem cankers, the entire tree.
Here we can see a canker on an older tree. These trees are going to die basically in a few years, maybe 2 to 3 years. And we are in a higher elevation, but still we see disease everywhere here.
White pine wood is one of the best softwoods. It is very light but strong and durable. White pine is resistant to different kinds of root rots, meaning it can be planted in areas infested with root rot as an alternative species. It is tolerant to drought or cold hardiness, which gives it the ability to survive in many different regions. It can be planted at higher elevations and is very useful at protecting slopes from soil erosion.
From an economic point of view, white pine species, they were one of the main, basically, lumber species in British Columbia. They were the main sources of wood. And in some reports, they suggested in 1929, they were making more than $225 million from these species.
The life cycle of Crinotium rubicola is the most amazing aspect of the pathogen, with a very complex life cycle. It has 5 major life stages and needs at least 2 alternative hosts.
As you can see, we have a ribis plant right close to the white pine trees, and like less than 2 meters distance. And ribis plants are the alternative hosts for this disease. Basically, Crinotium rubicola needs the ribis plants to complete the life cycle, and then it transfers from ribis leaves to to white pine needles.
From the needles, the fungus penetrates into the inner bark of the branch, where cankers develop.
Further study of the pathology and genetics of this disease is needed in order to develop resistant trees to this pathogen. With more research, Dr. Noshad believes these goals can be achieved. This will provide society with an economic benefit and keep one of our natural resources for the next generation.
For more information on white pine blister rust, contact Dr. David Noshad at the Pacific Forestry Centre in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada.